This is Peggy Smedley, the editorial director of Connected World magazine and the host of the Peggy Smedley Show. I'm here with Eric Zabinski, the CEO of OmniChannel. Eric, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So Eric, tell us a little bit about OmniChannel and its involvement in the Internet of Things.
Well, OmniChannel creates a white-labeled grocery store app branded as the retailer. And the app is enabled by beacons and IoT.
So when we talk about beacons, for anybody who's listening right now and watching this, what really is a beacon? What does that really mean?
Sure, a beacon is a piece of hardware, Bluetooth 4.0, and it allows the grocery store or the retailer to provide personalization and proximity to in-store shoppers.
So as we're an in-store shopper, what's it going to do for us? What's our benefit?
Well, the easy kind of response is it might notify a shopper when there's a sale. But as IoT and beacons start getting more and more advanced along with the mobile apps, it'll unlock a kind of new world of capabilities and services as you go around shopping in a grocery store. So for example, if you think of a grocery store, it has 4 walls, a roof, has a bunch of aisles and thousands of products. And that format hasn't changed for about 100 years. So by layering and integrating beacons into a grocery store, it will allow a shopper to remember how many items are in their shopping list. If there's an excessive wait time in the deli department, it might notify the shopper and apologize for the delay, and then ask the shopper if they'd like to purchase their items or identify their items in the deli department through the app and then get notified when it's ready. In one other example, let's say 2 people go to the meat department in a grocery store. One person has chicken in their shopping list and another person has steaks in their shopping list, but they both go to the meat counter. One might get a recipe suggestion for chicken kebabs, while the other might get a recipe suggestion for beef kebabs. So there's personalization tied to beacons and into the store.
So ultimately what you're saying is if I have a list for a recipe, these beacons are going to help me to make sure I don't forget what's on my recipe list there?
They can remind you to make sure that you don't forget, also tell you what aisles that they're in, any correlating sales or even recipes to those items.
So when we look at this right now and we talk about the city of Chicago, how is this important with what you're talking about with OmniChannel and what it's going to be doing with the city of Chicago and the Midwest in general?
Well, we're in a pilot stage with independent retailers in the Chicagoland area. And it's very innovative. Not a lot of technology hubs like Chicago have the people and the resources and capabilities to pilot a program like this.
So in looking at piloting this program, is that making that Chicago is really taking a bold step to pilot something like this? Is this unique for a city like Chicago to do this versus other places?
Absolutely. You know, it creates a level playing field when comparing Chicago to, let's say, a Los Angeles, a San Francisco, a New York, or an Austin.
So are there other partners that you have that will be doing this with Chicago in some of these retail stores that you're working with, other partners within the stores that you're talking about?
Sure, I'm working with all different types of partners in the Chicagoland area, beacon developers, SDK developers,